Good evening, everyone. About 1.5 minutes, we will bring the studio in. Just waiting for all the affiliates to log on. And we will be live in about 1 minute with America Free Radio. So glad you could come and hang out with us tonight. Appreciate you so much. We will be streaming live on, of course, Revolution Radio and Gab TV, Facebook, Twitch, DLive, Twitter, and Foxhole. And at least for the first 20 or 30 minutes or so, YouTube. So you YouTubers out there, 20,000 or so that are subscribed to America Free Radio, you'll be getting your notifications. But you should know we're not going to play the whole program on YouTube because we have some civil rights issues with Google, and we do not let them host our program live. All right, people in Japan on. This is great, fantastic. People in British Columbia, good to have you on. All right, let's go ahead and bring the studio in right now.
And that is Monday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. UFOs to government corruption. This is Revolution Radio, freedomslips.com. You don't need to expect us. We're already here.
We did not engage in conflict that was out of line with our mission.
Is it disloyalty? Is it treason to oppose the hands of tyranny? Never!
I will never send troops anywhere on a mission of that kind without telling them that if somebody shoots at them, they can darn well shoot back.
I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty! Oh, give me death!
A dark cloud is finally lifting across the world as U.S. military intelligence and their global partners are destroying the deep state criminal power structure that has ruled over our planet for hundreds of years.
We are free with the God given, and we shall not yield that right to any power on earth.
Hi, I'm Scott McKay. The world is at, and I am your host on The Tipping Point on Revolution Radio, where every Monday from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, we bring you the latest in this ensuing takedown of this global criminal empire.
That's an image of strength.
You'll get the raw, hard truth here on The Tipping Point. So come join us Mondays, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern in Studio B at revolution.radio.
This is the people's war. It is our war. We are the fighters. Fight it then. Fight it with all that is in us. And may God defend the right.
Warning! Warning!
We gotta stop them! They're gonna kill us all! See how the trouble you've started?
Be they the government, be they industry, be they organized labor, be they anyone, or human beings. Time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
Revolution Radio at freedomslips.com, the #1 listener-supported talk radio station, throwing ourselves upon the gears of the machine. Revolution Radio, where information never sleeps.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it. Right, you tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Revolution Radio.
Here we go, hour one. Greetings, Earth Explorers. Welcome to X Squared Radio. I'm your host, Brooks Agnew, coming to you live from an undisclosed location east of the Appalachian Mountains. This is where the past meets the future. In here, the results are always positive. We might go a little past your imagination, but have no fear. You will be safely traveling with us. We are streaming live tonight on Revolution Radio on freedomslips.com, the number one listener-supported radio network in America, possibly in the world. We're also streaming live video on YouTube, Foxhole, Twitter, DLive, Twitch, Facebook, and Gab TV. So if you want to make your way over to any of those free speech platforms, because in a few minutes we will say goodbye to YouTube, so that we can continue with our free speech platform. Google routinely violates our civil rights, so we do not allow YouTube to host our live programming because we have conflicts with the way they censor their programming. So we'll probably stay on for a few minutes on YouTube and allow you to realize that there are other fine free speech platforms that we are airing live on each night. Just to let you know, silver has really come down in price lately. You should know these nice 10-ounce bars. This is 10 ounces of pure silver. And you can buy these on eBay, free shipping. And right now, I think they're about $274 for a 10-ounce bar. That's a pretty good price. If you're sitting on residual cash that floats around month after month, you might want to think about it. Banks are been spooky for me lately, so I've been converting about 25% of my liquid cash into silver and putting it somewhere they can't find it. Yeah, I like that, Rehab. He says, we don't negotiate with communist YouTube. Well, we don't really have grounds to negotiate with them, Rehab. We have been on for over a decade. We've reached millions of people over that time. We've always been civil. We've always been honest. And we've always been right. So to get 2 strikes against me and realize that one more strike, no one on YouTube will ever see me again is just... we can't tolerate that. So we are not going to get a strike on YouTube. What we're going to do is limit YouTube's access to the truth and let them stay inside their little decaying empire. Yesterday, as you know, there's been some great excitement in Australia as free people around the world are beginning to resist the grip around, well, let's just call it the critical parts of the body by the global syndicate. The global syndicate has been clamping down on societies all over the world, and you can see them in France, and you can see them in Netherlands, and you can see them in Pennsylvania if you want, in New York. But now you can see them in Australia. One of the last free peoples on the earth were disarmed in 1996, and now the government is going after them in earnest, destroying the middle class and making sure that nobody can survive without the federal government of Australia. Well, the people spoke back for the last few days, and, their voice is being heard. But yesterday, God's voice was heard in Melbourne, very rare and very loud. one of the most powerful onshore earthquakes that rocked the state of Victoria, Australia, couldn't have come at a worse time, as anti-lockdown protesters are fed up with the government's restrictions and vaccine requirements. According to Geoscience Australia, a magnitude 5.9, let's just call it 6.0, God speaks 6.0, struck around 9:15 local time, about 75 miles northeast of Melbourne, causing damage to buildings. Now, what the people should be saying is, can you hear me now? I could just tell you, I sent that out on my TikTok. I don't have a lot of TikTok videos yet because I just signed on to it, but I'm getting there. It's Brooks Agnew. It's so easy. It's all just together. There's only one Brooks Agnew. I think there's a Brooks Agnew 965 or 695. That's what it is. Brooks Agnew 695. I have no idea why TikTok did that, but I've got a couple videos on there too. And thank you, Wealthy Healing, says, hey, Brooks, happy to see you here. Well, now you see me. But we're going to have to leave YouTube now because we're getting ready to go into some areas that require free speech. And they require the First Amendment to be honored because our listeners demand the truth. And that is all we do on this program. Fact-based truth. So, hate to do it to you. You've just signed on YouTube, but don't worry. We have lots of other free speech platforms that are free to you. We have Twitch, we have Twitter, we have DLive, we even have Facebook, and of course we have Foxhole. If you want to find Foxhole, go to pilled.net, like red pilled, only just pilled.net. And you can sign on to Foxhole. It's a wonderful platform. It's totally free. And in fact, you might even make a little bit of money because we give it away freely on there and on dlive.tv/Brooks Agnew. Easy to find me. Super simple to find me. But listen, I've enjoyed having you YouTubers on. And we'll be back on Sunday night with you. But for now, hate to do it, but we have to say bye-bye, YouTube. See you on the other side.